Well, I'm here, like many foreigners, as a teacher of English as a foreign language. Because, people are so impressed to hear the native accent, yes? But whenever I was going to teaching college, we learned things about how to teach functional language and grammar and form, but there's another breed of person that I met here that's an Instagram teacher. They do none of that. They teach you phrases that'll make you sound like a retard if you ever try them in real life. Like, it is raining cats and dogs. Say after me, I'm feeling hangry. Hello, look at me, I'm in a swimsuit on the beach. Repeat after me. Get good cooking. And I am not that. They have their own special market. Because just imagine if somebody were to walk into the school where I work and the administrator says, all right, we have many teachers that your child can learn with. Here we have Svetlana, here we have Grisha, here we have Adrian, and here we have Natasha. I don't think anybody's going to choose Natasha for their child to study with, right? Or maybe they will if they're an especially corny dad. So I have something slightly different that I have to offer. But speaking of, my original education is in psychology because I thought a long time ago that I wanted to be a sex therapist. Because, I thought at the time that meant that you would have sex with men and then listen to their problems for a 50-minute hour. Yeah, thank you. It's true. But, it turns out that sex therapy is just like talking to men who don't want to fuck their wives anymore and helping them get an erection. So now I just have sex with men and listen to their problems for a 50-minute hour as a hobby. Actually, it turns out that's closer to prostitution, which is even more lucrative than psychotherapy, and almost as lucrative as teaching English in Russia. Just so you know. Maybe I could, new career idea, right? Sex English. I'll have sex with you and then talk to you in English for 50 minutes. You're like, it's a good idea, I'll consider it. You can do the same in French, sir. Yeah, I'll license out the coursework for you for a royalty fee. It's okay, I think it's a good idea, yeah? But I know that not everybody knows French. Clap if you know French. Wow, cool. An educated crowd here. I used to know French because I make bad life choices and stuff. If I could go back in time, I would definitely choose a language that's more applicable to my daily life. I don't know, learning Tajik so I can communicate with all of my lovers and taxi drivers. Same difference. But instead I got stuck learning French. But at least everybody, even taxi drivers, know a little bit of English, right? It's like the lingua franca of the world. But it's not because everybody had parents who loved them so much that they would get them lessons with me or even with Natasha, but because, at least for every man in the world, everybody watches pornography. American pornography. It really brings out an interesting vocabulary. I'm serious. I've been with men who don't know how to ask my name, but know how to ask, you squirt? What's your name is not in that, what's your name? It does not come up in porn, I guess. I've been with men who do not know mother and father, but they know daddy. I've been with men who do not know how to count to 5, but they know the number 69. And I guess I've also been with men who don't understand no, but only yes. But these relationships are always kind of short-lived because as soon as I want to start getting serious and I I asked to meet their mommy and introduce them to my daddy. They get freaked out and run away. They think that I'm propositioning them for something else. But, I mean, you guys are in an international relationship. Has anybody else here ever dated somebody not from your own species? I mean, like, sorry. Well, you can, not from your own species or culture. Only you two. Well, I mean, them notwithstanding, I would definitely not recommend it. A lot of young women come to our shows thinking like, oh my God, there's gonna be foreign men here. Maybe I can fuck them. Maybe they'll give me a green card. Oh my God, where are your performers from? Wow, Egypt? Cool, where can I go with an Egyptian passport for free? Wow, visa-free travel to Somalia? Ooh. What's there? Do they have beaches? Do they have hot weather? Great, so sexy. You know, I thought that I was in love with this guy, and so I thought, like, finally, I have the motivation to learn Russian. And I told myself that, like, you know, this is going to be what pushes me through. I don't need to learn how to say "Yakta Biela Blue." That's too basic, right? That was the first thing that a Russian teacher tried to teach me. Like, that's not something you need to say in the first week. Who the fuck are you falling in love with in the first week of being here? Hell no. But I promised myself that I was going to keep on studying Russian until I could say with complete confidence, honey, if you break up with me, I'm going to kill myself, and it'll be all your fault. I think I almost got it. I'll have to practice later. But you know what? No language barrier is going to stop me from expressing myself and my personality disorder to the world. I am a strong, brave, codependent woman who doesn't know Russian.